This is Dale Jr., and you're listening to Dirty Mo Radio.
My friend's mom said, Kelly, I think you need to come to the door. And I about fell out on the floor when I went to the door, and it was with my dad. And he said, this is not where you told me to be. You need to get your you-know-what in your car and get home right now.
Welcome to Fast Lane Family with Kelley Earnhardt Miller.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Fast Lane Family.
Mom, you sound like Mickey Mouse. He's like, hey, everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse. Say, you want to come inside my clubhouse? That's what you sound like.
All righty. Well, my guest just gave her own introduction. Welcome, my daughter, Carson. So we spent the weekend at the late model race for Junior Motorsports, and that was a lot of fun. Carson, you had fun, didn't you?
Yeah, it was lots of fun.
What'd you do?
Like, you want to play-by-play of what I did or what?
However you want to tell it to me.
Okay, well, I got there, and I said hey to everybody, and then, like, when the race started, I got on the pit box, and I was listening to the radio, and I was posting updates on Twitter the whole race.
There's the play-by-play. So it was really fun. It was the first race for Junior Motorsports, and we have Josh Berry driving our car again for the 5th season this year in the Speedco Chevy. And we have a new late model driver with us, William Byron. And William is 15, and he had an impressive, he's 16 now. And he had an impressive first ever late model race. He and his family have just really impressed me. LW, you met them, several months ago and put this deal together. And the thing that's most impressive to me is William hasn't grown up a racer. He's raced the last year in legend cars, and this was his first outing in late model cars, and he came home with a second place finish.
Yeah, it was really neat. We met back in November and didn't really have intentions of running a second late model car this year under the Junior Motorsports late model team. And after meeting him and his father, really impressed with their mindset and their focus and their direction that they were taking, which is a little different than the average racer who grew up racing their whole life. These guys are as he calls himself, a student to the sport. So it was kind of neat to see his approach, and I was impressed. And I think I came home and told you after the meeting that it was something I think we should pursue, and real glad we did.
Yep.
Josh in the Speedco car adds a lot to the team, and having William in there now, we got a pair of great racers.
Yeah, we do. Second and fourth place finishes for the weekend. I didn't get to see the end of the race, so we started out. I guess I should preface this by saying Carson went to the race. Her friend Maddie went with us, and we took Wyatt to not his first race. He's been to races. He's went to races as an infant when LW raced the modified series, but we haven't taken him to really a big race, a cup or nationwide race that LW and I both attend. So this was kind of his first race where he can get around and move around. Let's say right since he's mobile, right. So I had envisions of us sitting up in the grandstands. Kind of going back to days of racing how it used to be, and sitting up in the grandstands and taking our cup of waters and a bag of cars for Wyatt to play with, and so he could just kind of mull around the concrete there. But we decided to go into the pits with Wyatt, which I knew as a mom was a mistake, but we did it anyway. And Wyatt loved it. He loved it because he was with his dad, and his favorite person in the world is his dad. I'm his second favorite person. And
I'm his third.
Carson might be his third favorite person.
I'm tied with Kennedy, maybe.
But it ended up we were on the trailer watching the race, and I ended up having to sit in the truck the last 50 laps of the race with Wyatt because he just got too busy up on the hauler, and LW couldn't do his job and communicate with the drivers and the team. And
Wyatt was what took over adjusting my radio for me. I used the radio and scanned both drivers and put
he was
my
pushing
input
all the
when I needed
buttons.
it. Wyatt was he was adjusting the channels for me.
Yeah. So it was fun, but I didn't get to see how competitive the guys were there right there at the end. But it was a good outing in general. And tomorrow, Carson's race season opens along with her sister Kennedy. We head out to Millbridge Speedway for the Mini Outlaws season to start. How excited are you about that?
I'm really ready to run. It's been a long off season, and I've been dying to get back in a race car, so I'm looking forward to racing tomorrow.
Cool.
What do you think about moving up to the top series this year?
I'm a little bit nervous.
Tell everybody what you're doing. So
I'm racing in the 500cc division from the box stocks, and It's what my dad used to race. He's hanging up his helmet this year because he's going to help me out. But it's the highest division at Millbridge, and I'm probably just as nervous as I am excited to race because it's faster, and I've never raced with the people before, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'm still really excited to do it.
Do you think he's hanging up his helmet to help you race, or is he hanging up his helmet because he doesn't want to get beat by you?
Oh, I'm not going to do this to Dad, so I'm going to say that he's doing it to help me. Because
you did race against your dad before, though. So
yeah, just me and him, though. It wasn't nothing big.
Well, you beat him. Or did he let you stay in front of him?
He let me win. But doesn't mean.
Well, I'm not sure that Mom's excited about the season to start. I am excited for you because I know that you enjoy it, but I'm a little nervous for you getting in this 500. So.
Yeah, I figured you'd be the most nervous one.
Yeah,
I think I'm the most nervous one always.
I'm trying not to give you an early heart attack.
Yeah, it's a little different, with you racing against other kids, it was easy to maintain our composure because we really couldn't jump out of the grandstands and go grab them by the neck. But now with you racing against other grown men, it's going to be a little harder to.
I mean, I might get to it before you guys
contain
do,
ourselves.
just
I think,
saying.
Typically whenever I was racing, Carson, your mom would call me off somebody pretty easily. But with you racing, I don't know if she'll call me off them. So this could be.
I'll help you.
This could be a little a challenge for both of us.
I think you and Dad are going to be the ones up there hanging somebody.
So, what are you looking for? What do you feel like your goals are this year, being in a new series and a faster kart and racing with a lot of really experienced people?
I'm not trying to go crazy and tear up a bunch of stuff. I'm not trying to be really, really competitive, but at the same time I am. I want to do good, but I'm trying just for this year as my tryout year. I'm just trying to do it for the fun, and I'm running in the points, but I'm not trying to go for the champ. It would be great if I could get the championship, but that's not really my goal. I'm just trying to see what it's like this year.
Sure, and go with the flow and
right.
check it out and
go with
not
it.
Be too aggressive and.
Well, I don't know about the not being aggressive part. Now, come on.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying not to be all crazy, and I'm not trying to flip like my dad. For sure.
I think
Please
you're gonna be just
don't do
fine.
that.
You're gonna be just fine.
We already had a scare last year.
That wasn't bad.
Well, it was. They carried you out on a backboard.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't near as bad as what my dad can do.
Well, I'm more worried about you, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to you.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Nerve-wracking. Yeah, the mom's always supposed to worry.
Right.
I worry constantly.
I think Mimi's going to be nervous, too.
Yeah, I don't even know that Mimi's coming.
Yeah, exactly. She could barely watch me in my box stock. She got so nervous she stopped coming, and it was she's going to be a ball of nerves.
Yeah, I'm not sure how she's going to fare with it.
Pawpaw said he's coming, so Mimi better be coming.
Pawpaw and his walker?
Yeah.
Pawpaw's recovering from a head-on collision and broke his ankle. So that's pretty spiffy if he's coming out. Mm-hmm. Coming out to the red clay with his walker.
He said he can't bring his. He said he can't bring his pom poms this time.
He can't hold everything in one hand and cheer for you and hold himself up and everything.
Yeah,
we'll have to find him a comfy place on the concrete bleachers.
Yeah, there's nothing comfortable.
Comfy
on
and concrete go together.
That doesn't mix. Yeah. You're gonna have to get him a couple blankets and stuff.
And Kennedy's gonna run the beginner box stock class again.
Yeah, Kennedy's really excited. She's everybody that she talks to. She's like, I got my sister's motor, and my grandpa's building me a really fast one, and I got to see him running on his little machine, his machine being his dyno, but she's just so excited. She's like, I got to see him run down the front stretch on the dyno. She's really excited because she has Sissy's motor. She's like, I got my sister's motor, but it's got a districtor plate on it, she calls it.
Yeah. A districtor plate.
But she really doesn't have my motor. Sorry, Kennedy. She doesn't.
It's a good thing she's not listening, or she would be breaking out into a...
Nothing new there.
Yeah, she really came on strong last year. She was really.
She had a scare in the beginning, but I mean after that she kind of eased her way into it and got more comfortable.
So I think she'll be pretty competitive.
I think Kid's gonna do good this year.
Well, Carson, good luck to you and Kennedy tomorrow night, and I hope you have a good season. Of course, I'll be there watching.
Well, you better.
Right. All right, so we're heading into Ask Kelley, and each week, if you would like for your question to be selected, you can send those questions to my Twitter at Earnhardt Kelley, and use the hashtag Ask Kelley, and we'll try to get those on air for you. Today, Carson's going to lead us off with question number 1.
Okay, at AD number 3 says, is there any plans for Carson to move into a stock car?
Well, Carson, you should probably answer that question.
Really?
Just tell us about your dreams and what you're, Do you want to move into a stock car? Do you not? You're just having fun for now?
I really don't know what I want to do. I mean, I guess I'm just having fun right now. I don't really have a plan what to even do tomorrow, so.
Well,
because that's how she rolls. By the seat of her pants.
Thanks, Dad.
So, from my perspective, if that's something that Carson wants to do, she certainly can. And I think she kind of plays it off because she doesn't want a lot of pressure in making the decision. But I hope that we can get her to test one of our late model stock cars within the coming year and see if she likes that. She's only raced the Mini Outlaw Series, so that's what she knows, and she's a person that is pretty comfortable in things she knows, so she kind of gets a little apprehensive about what she doesn't know. So we'll see where that goes.
At MLarson03 wants to know, how often do you guys get to go back to Pennsylvania?
We try to go to Pennsylvania I'm assuming maybe you're from Pennsylvania before I'm asking the question, but we try to go to Pennsylvania at least about every 6 to 8 weeks, about 6 to 8 times a year. We always go back there at Christmas. We like to spend a couple weeks there in the summer, running in the creeks and doing all kind of fun things in the summer of Pennsylvania. We even go up in the winter. We just hit 18 inches of snow back in February when we went to visit. But it's kind of our safe haven, really a place that we can go and relax and get away from the hustle and bustle of our everyday life.
At William Turk 88 and Junior 88 Freak both want to know your side of the story when you flipped a go-kart at Dale's track. I was there. I remember exactly what you said.
That might not be airworthy.
I'm not allowed to use those languages, though. I'm not allowed to use those words.
Oh, good. At least we taught you something. So my side of the story is, and
how long ago was this? This was like
I know, and it just got
1970.
rehashed. I know, right?
I'm just kidding. It
Born
wasn't
in
that late.
1970. So we were having the powder puff race, which was the women there, and when I was going down the backstretch, one of the other girls just ran me to the left into the inside of the track, and it aggravated me, to say the least.
I thought you flipped to the outside, like towards
Well,
the
I
creek.
did, but this is what led up to the flip. So
okay.
She ran me. She basically turned left as I was beside her and tried to run me into the infield. And so coming out of 4, which was really the checkered flag, I caught up to her and kind of tagged her. But I had such a momentum because I was trying to catch her that I couldn't slow down for the corner, and I ended up going off the turn 2 and flipping.
Oh, goodness gracious, Mom. At Rusty 2PA, did you have a big welcome home party for Dale yet?
No, I haven't even seen him yet.
Okay, and then what?
You didn't even give me time to elaborate, but no, I haven't seen him.
You just said, no, I haven't seen him yet, and I thought you were
No,
done.
I haven't seen him, but I did get asked this week if Mom was on his front porch, and yes, she was on his front porch at about 1:45 a.m. when he got home.
I don't know how she stayed up that late.
Yeah, I think she took a nap on the couch, and then she got up. But no, we have not had a welcome home party.
At NASCAR Guru 76, what's the worst trouble you ever got into with your dad?
I really wasn't a kid that got into a lot of trouble, but my dad was quite the punisher. And when he punished big. And we would get our TV removed from our room, or our radio, or
the door taken off the hinges.
The door. I don't know if my dad ever did that.
Or did
to
my
me.
dad just threaten to do that to me?
Yeah. I think LW threatens to do that to you on occasion.
Okay.
When you slam the door, yes.
One time.
But I would probably say the worst trouble I got into, I got grounded, and I was 16. I got grounded for a month, in which I had to quit my job. He wouldn't even let me go to my job. And that was probably the worst trouble I got into.
I'd rather get my door taken off the
and
hinges.
and that was for just being somewhere that she hadn't told her dad where she was going to be, Carson.
Right.
So you better take to heart all the lucky things you have going
you
for
act like I'm a bad kid. I'm not bad.
I know.
That was really embarrassing. I told my dad I was going to the store to pick up something for school, and I stopped by a friend's house, and my dad just happened to take that way home, which is not the normal way he would take home from our farmland over to our lake house where we lived. And he just happened to go the back road and saw my car and knocked on the door. And my friend's mom said, "Kelley, I think you need to come to the door." And I about fell out on the floor when I went to the door, and it was with my dad, and he said, "This is not where you told me to be. You need to get your you-know-what in your car and get home right now." And, whew,
Jeez.
that was a terrible ride back to my house. I knew I was going to get in trouble.
And at Ramajama 1, what would you be doing if you weren't involved in racing?
I think I'd be running somebody's business because that's what I like doing. And I started out in my dad's Chevy dealership when I was 16, 17, and went to college for a business education. So I feel like I would be involved in the corporate world somewhere, running the show somewhere. Okay, so Carson, for our final thought today, I've got one question for you. What's the last thing that you did to make Kennedy mad that I don't know about?
Okay. Well, knowing my sister, she gets mad over things that really doesn't need to be mad about.
And knowing your personality, you probably never do things to make her mad at all.
I don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I'm an angel. Anyway, so last night I was at Dad's house, and she was finishing her homework at your house, at Mom's house, and we called some pizza place, and we ordered pizza and a thing of wings, and I didn't know if she was going to come or not, if she was going to be done with her homework before we had to leave Dad's house. So I ordered the wings the way that the guys in the shop and I eat them. And that just, when she got there, she went ballistic because the wings were not plain and didn't have barbecue sauce on the side. They had buffalo sauce on them. And she had about a 5-minute meltdown about how she's not going to eat because the wings aren't the way she likes them, when there was a whole pizza sitting right next to it, which, I don't know, she's a drama queen.
So she was mad at you because you didn't think about the kind of wings she would want to eat.
Because I didn't know she was going to be there, so I just went ahead and ordered what I wanted.
Sounds like Carson.
Hey, that's okay, though.
That's it for Fastlane Family today. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you'll continue to tune in each and every week.
Thanks for listening to Dirty Mo Radio.